I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Nationals vs. Braves. My team pick is Washington plus 1.5 runs. The Nationals have been hitting better over the course of May, and they'll face a Braves squad that has slowed down, more or less, this month with their plate success. While Washington has struggled to find a rhythm when it comes to getting hits, Morton has continued to have ball command problems, and that should feature the Nationals earning more walks than they already typically do. Washington not only has their strongest batting average during the day, but also their highest home run rate. With Atlanta sitting bottom 10 in strikeouts and walks per game, look for the Nationals to keep it close here. My total pick is under 9 runs. Washington has struggled at the plate all season, and we have seen the Braves' bats dry up over the course of May. Both of these clubs have been great under teams all season long, and the inability of Washington to drive runners home coupled with the climb in strikeout rate from the Braves should feature both offenses struggling to get going. Parker is throwing much better this month and has had stronger showings when tossing in the afternoon as well, retiring more batters than innings thrown. Don't expect too many fireworks here. Cubs vs. Brewers. My team pick is Cubs money line. Gasser has pitched well in his first 3 major league starts, though it's clear that his strikeout numbers in the minors haven't carried over to the majors. 6 innings against the Marlins with no strikeouts has to give at least a little pause, because while pitching to contact is all well and good, giving up 10 hits plus 5 runs to Miami is a bit concerning. Chicago saw their bats finally generate some offensive production Saturday after struggling for the better part of 2 weeks. Steele has pitched well against Milwaukee in his career, and the Cubs want to get back on track in order to close the gap in the NL Central. Look for Chicago to ding up Gasser and take the opening game of this series on the road. My total pick is over. Guardians vs. Rockies. My team pick is Cleveland to win. At home, the Colorado Rockies present an interesting challenge for any visiting opponent, but these Guardians aren't just any team, as they come in with a 9-game win streak, despite the 5-5 record against the Rockies in their past 10 head-to-head meetings. Surprisingly, the Guardians have managed some solid success at Coors Field, with the team picking up a 3-game sweep the last time they met back in 2024. And with the pitching staff rolling behind an impressive young group, this should be a 10th straight win for Cleveland. My total pick is over 8 runs. While much will be made of the intriguing Gomber vs. Curry matchup on the mound, it's safe to say that very few arms have success in Colorado, with their past 5 meetings at Coors Field resulting in 48 combined runs scored. For the Guardians, the over comes in at just 4.51 in their past 10 overall games, with the team experiencing solid success in their win streak, netting 54 runs over their past 9 games. For the Rockies, the over sits at 6-4, with the team allowing a dreadful 5.6 runs per game over that time. Keep it simple, take the over. Phillies vs. Giants. My team pick is Phillies to win. The travel could be a difference, and not the way you'd think, as the Phillies just wrapped up a series in Colorado while the Giants just finished a road series in New York, so they have to have a cross-country flight. Neither starting pitcher has done too well this season, but there is a bit of a difference as Taijuan Walker is 2-0 with a 5.11 ERA and a 1.54 WHIP in 12.1 innings on the road, 2 starts, while Blake Snell is 0-2 with a 9.39 ERA and a 1.96 WHIP in 7.2 innings, 2 starts, at home. The ability to hit with runners in scoring position showcase a difference in these lineups, as Philadelphia is second in MLB with a .859 team OPS in those situations, while San Francisco is 20th with a .714 team OPS with runners in scoring position. Go with the Philadelphia Phillies to remain hot and pick up another victory. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. In the last 15 days, these have been the two best offenses in terms of scoring runs, as Philadelphia is averaging 5.86 runs in their previous 14 games, while San Francisco is 6.46 runs in their last 13 games played. Throughout the season, these starting pitchers have struggled to limit the amount of hits against them, as Taijuan Walker is pitching to a .301 batting average against, while Blake Snell has a .328 opposing batting average. All in all, go with over 7.5 runs in this game as the better option. Marlins versus Padres. My team pick is Padres minus 1.5 runs. Michael King hasn't been his best lately. However, against the Marlins lineup that is arguably MLB's worst, he should put an exclamation point on an overall solid May that includes a 3.24 ERA. San Diego's bullpen shouldn't budge against the Marlins either. Another thing about King's starts is that he tends to consistently get run support, hence the wins. Miami's starter, Trevor Rogers, has more runs allowed, 17, 16 earned, than innings pitched, 14.1, in May. The Marlins have a bottom 10 ERA and FIP from their relievers. Expect the Padres to cruise to a win. My total pick is over Astros versus Mariners. My team pick is Astros to win. Bryce Miller will take the bump in the first game of this matchup with the Astros. Last week, he allowed 5 runs on 5 hits and struck out 4 without walking a batter over 6 innings, taking the loss versus the Yankees on Wednesday. Miller has been hit or miss when facing elite offenses, and I expect him to run into problems facing the Astros. The right-hander has a 3.53 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, and 56:16 BB over 58.2 innings. Miller gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, including 2 homers and 1 walk over 6 innings in a May 5th start at Houston. Miller has allowed multiple homers in 4 of his 10 starts this season. Look for Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez to get a hold of one of his offerings. Take Houston. My total pick is over 7.5 runs. Julio Rodriguez broke through from a severe slump and finally went deep 2 nights ago. He provided the Mariners' lone run with his 3rd homer of the season and first since May 12th. Rodriguez has been on the biggest disappointments through 2 months of the 2024 campaign. Even after Saturday's homer, his OPS sits at .618, exactly 200 points below his mark from last season. Manager Scott Servais recently moved Rodriguez down to the number 6 spot in the lineup, and it looks like that's where the 23-year-old will remain until his bat gets going. Although I like Houston to win, this should be a high-scoring affair with both pitchers struggling. Take the over.